All right, shalawam. Okay, first off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS, and to the elect doing the work in sincerity and in truth. I want to say shalawam. I want to say Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rokah Kodash. This is GMS Precepts. My name is Nazar Qad, and on this edition, this is gonna be GMS. This is gonna be GMS Basics. I haven't really figured out a title. I'll do it, when I put it up. But pretty much, I'm gonna tackle the basic scriptures, okay? Because you do have some new brothers that just found out recently that they're Israelites, and it's a good thing to focus on the basics of the scriptures, which is your foundation. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with the basics. Okay, so today I'm gonna tackle Micah 2:10. Okay, so I'll just read it. It says, "Arise." This is Micah 2:10. "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction." Okay, so I'll read it again. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." Now, what are you supposed to depart from? Depart from the ways of America, man. Because what majority of our people don't realize is we weren't brought here to America to establish the kingdom of heaven. We weren't brought here to America to what's the word I'm looking for? To prosper. Okay? The reason why we were brought over here, now when I say we, I'm referring to the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The reason why we were brought over here to the shores of America was to serve our punishment. Okay? You know what? Matter of fact, let me get something. Let me get something right quick. I believe it's Tobit. I believe it's Tobit. Let me get Tobit. Might be 3 and 5. Here we go. Okay. So this is Tobit in Apocrypha, chapter 3 and 4. It says, "For they obeyed not thy commandments." Okay. Now the they is who? The they are the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We didn't obey the commandments, which were the commandments, which are the law, statute, commandments, which were given to the Israelites and the Israelites only. We didn't obey them. Okay, we as a people, as a whole, what did we do? We went and followed the other nations' gods and the other nations' ways, which the Lord warned us what would happen if we do so, which this scripture is going to explain. It says, "For they obey not thy commandments, wherefore thou hast delivered us for a spoil." The us is, once again, the us is referring to the nation of Israel. It says, "Wherefore thou hast delivered us for a spoil, and unto captivity, and unto death." Okay, and for a proverb of reproach. And for a proverb of reproach to all nations among whom we were dispersed. Okay, so the reason why we are a spoil unto the nations, the reason why we're under captivity under the nations, and the reason why we face death, okay, every day, and the reason why we're a proverb of reproach to all nations, okay, to all nations, is because we didn't follow and adhere to the commandments given to us. Okay, but the good news is we are on our last captivity, pursuant to Jeremiah 49 and 12. Okay, I'm sorry, Lamentations 4 and 22. We are. You know what? Let me just get that since I have mentioned it. Let me get I'll get Lamentations 4. I believe it's 22. All right. Scroll down here. This is Lamentations. Yeah, this is Lamentations 4:22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. Okay, which Zion in the Hebrew is to Zion, which means monument, which the Most High's monument here on earth are the Israelites. Okay, so the punishment of thine iniquity, the punishment of our iniquity, okay, not keeping and following the law, statutes, commandments, and worshiping and following the other nations' gods, the punishment of our iniquities accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit, and then it continues. So it's saying, he will no more carry the way into captivity. Okay, why? Because this is our last, where we have reached the end of our punishment. And what's the proof of that? He told us that in the last days, the Israelites will wake up out of sleep and realize who they are. And that's what we have done now. In the past 30, 40 years, the nation of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans have come up out of our deep sleep or deep slumber that the Most High put us in. So that's one major clue that we know that this scripture, we are fulfilling this scripture right now. Okay, so it says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. And it says, he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. Edom. That's showing you the Edomites are not done away with, man. Because it's saying here, when the daughter of Zion's punishment is accomplished, and he's not going to carry us away into captivity anymore, then he's going to visit the nation of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Okay? So how can vocab and all these guys say that Edom is done away with when their punishment hasn't been accomplished yet, man? They're still ruling the earth. All right? So back to Micah. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because America is not the place of our rest. When it says rest, it means a place of comfort, man. America is not the place of the Israelites' comfort. It's a place to serve our punishment. Okay, and when we reach the end of our punishment, which we're approaching now, it's our place of deliverance, as well as all the other places that the Most High dispersed us to. But the main deliverance is going to take place here in America. All right. So it continues. It says, because it is polluted. Okay. Now, how is America polluted? Oh man, I mean, it's polluted many ways. It's polluted that the air is polluted. Okay, with they constantly on a daily. Okay, I'm noticing a lot more as well. They constantly pump those chemtrails in the air, which those chemtrails contain what's called barium oxide, which pretty much breaks down your immune system. Okay, it breaks down your immune system, and what is barium oxide is basically tiny shredded up particles of metals, man. All right, they dump all type of chemicals in the water. The water's polluted. The food is polluted. The soil is polluted. All right. That's why in the scriptures they have something called a land Sabbath, which is you're supposed to allow the earth to recuperate after 7 years of planting, man, or harvesting crop. You're supposed to have the land have rest on that 7th year, man. But does America follow that? No. Okay, and not only do they not give the land rest, they constantly put chemicals in the soil, which depletes the natural minerals of the soil, which is where we get our food from, man. So this place all the way around America is just polluted, man. It's polluted in its philosophy. Okay, here in America, you can do whatever you want to do, man. When the scriptures tell you about certain rules and regulations that you're supposed to do as an Israelite, man. But here in America, you can do what you want to do. You can be what you want to be. All right, you can have a sex change. All right. Oh, they also in the as far as philosophy, they know that, and they purposely start the indoctrination at a young age, because they know a child is most impressionable and easy, and it's easier to uh, mind fuck somebody when they're at a young age. So that's why they start their indoctrination at a young age in the school system, man. So this place all around America, all around, is polluted, man. And if you adhere or if you continue in the ways of America, guess what? It says here, it shall surely destroy you, even with a sword of destruction, because America is going to get destroyed. All right. And if you're an Israelite, if you don't come back to the ways of the Most High, if you don't come back to your natural heritage, the Most High is going to destroy you. The Most High is going to allow these plagues that are going to take place here in America to take you over and destroy you. Okay? I just thought of something else. Let me get what is that? Jeremiah. Is it 50, I believe? It might be let me see. It's 51, Jeremiah 51. Okay. Bear with me. Babylon is suddenly fallen. Babylon. Here it is, verse 6, which is a direct precept to Micah 2 and 10. It says, this is Jeremiah 51 and 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul, and be not cut off in her iniquity. Because if you continue in a way, that's why the Spirit is telling you Israelites to flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul, be not caught off in her iniquity. Okay, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. And that recompense that the Lord is going to render unto Babylon, a.k.a. America, is judgment, man. The Most High is going to allow America to be destroyed violently. Okay? So it says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. So that's what the prophets are doing. We're warning our people to flee out of the ways, flee out of the mind state of America, because all it's gonna do is destroy you. This is gonna be the place of the Lord's the deliverance of His people, and the destruction of the wicked. Okay, so that's why we out here. That's why the Most High has His men out here to push that to 1/3 of His people. Okay, so that's pretty much it on this scripture, Isaiah, Micah 2 and 10. Okay, it says, it shall destroy you even with a sword of destruction, and the way America is going to be destroyed is by way of nuclear missiles. Okay, all right, so that's pretty much it. Until the next show, shalawam.